Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, hey,
Hey, is everybody here? The gang is all here. Welcome to the BYOB Morning Show. This is the weekend edition. And these ladies have been generous and let me come into their show in the morning time. Let me say who I am so they can go ahead and introduce themselves because I know I look like a stranger on here this morning. My name is Chiquita Lindsay. I'm the queen of real estate. Women hire me to help them build their retirement income with real estate so that they can retire whenever they want to and never have to run out of money. And thank you, ladies, for letting me come to y'all show this morning.
Glad to have
co-hosts are.
Thank you, Chiquita. We are looking forward to what you are going to share with us. I am Vicki Kirk May, better known as the Educators Passion Accelerator. I show up in the world to help educators elevate their mindset, escape that paycheck to paycheck existence by helping them to monetize their passion and to eliminate burnout. And I am looking forward to what you have to say on today to help us to be able to do all of that.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I am Kayshawn Brooks. I am the owner of Renew You Body Butters. I provide organic skincare products and I teach others on holistic living. And, I'm all about renewing your skin, renewing your life. And with that being said, I can't wait to hear what Chiquita is going to be sharing with us today. I know I can't wait for you guys to hear because, as I'm renewing my life, my mind, and my business, as you grow, you need multiple streams of income. Everyone knows millionaires have multiple streams of income. And when you do that, you want your money to work smarter, not harder. And Chiquita got that. I connect with her organic skincare products in so many ways. And she's on point. And this is the way we need to go. So you guys open your ears, open your minds, and be willing to hear and receive something different because this is real.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Rose Fauntleroy. Not sure if you all can see me or not, but I can see that you all are popping on in here this morning. So welcome. Can't wait for Chiquita to share her information with us because she's sharing about one of my favorite topics, real estate. And as Kayshawn said, it's all about multiple streams of income. I am the time freedom advocate. I help executives reclaim their time by outsourcing those day-to-day mundane tasks to their virtual assistant.
Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Cynthia R. Armstead. And as Rose said, I don't know if you guys can see me, but I can see you and I can hear you loud and clear. I'm super excited this morning about the queen of real estate. I feel like the royal court over here. We are standing here with the queen of real estate, and I'm super excited about the lessons that she's going to teach us today. I've followed her for a very long time, and she's an awesome lady. I am known as the debt reset doctor, and women hire me to help them to bounce back from those life happens moments. So when life gives us lemon, we all know what to do. We just make lemonade out of it. And so right now we are in some interesting times, and we know that people are going to be in need of a bounce back. So some of the things I do is I help people to prepare before they even get to that particular stage, because sometimes you can avoid certain things. But if you find yourself being caught up, there's nothing that you need to do other than hit that reset button and just bounce back from those adversities. So I'm super excited again this morning to be here with the queen of real estate. And we will serve you today as your royal court, Ms. Chiquita Lindsay.
Thank you, Cynthia. We're having technical difficulties this morning, but we're not letting nothing stop us. And so the gang is out here, the weekend morning show, and we got our cameras on, but you can only see a few of us. but we still wanted our voices to be heard because it's what you hear, it's what you see and what you hear. But this morning, you're going to actually see a PowerPoint. And Kayshawn said multiple streams of income. You're going to have multiple streams of income to survive in this world today. If you have a job that you love and you continue to do that job, that's fine. But what do you have on the side that you're going to be able to fall back on? And these are interesting times. And sometimes when you have times like this, you got to see behind that and see how that can benefit you. And right now, real estate is going to be a great way for you to create wealth in this pandemic. And we as investors, we are looking at things differently right now. We see real estate, we see dollar signs right now. No other time, well, there was one other time, 2008, when you was able to create wealth because of the fall of the real estate market. We're about to get into those times now. So every woman needs to be in position. And I'm still trying to get a gallery view here. Okay, so there we go. So hopefully you all can see whose cameras are on today. And so I do have a PowerPoint, and we're going to discuss how real estate is going to be the quickest way for you to retire. If you've worked for 30 years and you're looking at your retirement, there's not enough money, the only way for you to catch up the fastest and have enough money to retire is through real estate. If you're a stockholder and you have stocks, maybe you're earning money, maybe you're not. Maybe you lost a whole house last month. Maybe you lost a few houses last month, because I have friends that have lost enough money they could have bought an investment property. They could have bought a multifamily. They could have bought a little apartment complex. They could have been setting them up for the rest of their life. And so you got to be careful when you put where you're putting your money. And we as women, a lot of times we work so many years and we're just trying to survive. And by the time you think, oh, I'm tired, when am I going to be able to lose this job? You cannot possibly save enough money to have enough money in retirement. So hopefully you won't live that long, because usually they say you will live 20 years after retirement. Will you have enough money to survive the way you want to? Comfortable is broke. And so if you have not begun to save now, if you have $100,000 in your retirement fund, guess what? It's not enough to retire. And so let's start my webinar. Okay. And Zoom, I guess everybody's on Zoom this morning, so we are having some technical difficulties. And can you all see my screen, ladies?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, so what we're talking about this morning is how 401 versus real estate. Most traditional ways for people to retire is your 401k. And that's what they tout at most most businesses. Oh, you have to put money in a 401k. Of course, there's lots of other ways to save money. A 401k is basically you are investing in stocks. You don't have a lot of control. And when you talk to your financial advisor, they say, oh, put money in there, let the company match it. Put 4 and the company will match it 2. Put 6 and the company will match it 3. You're still not going to have enough money. The company is still using your money. And like what has happened in the past month, and I know there's some people out there now that have lost money. And so you think about what could you have done with that $15,000 with the state, what real estate is in right now. And so who this webinar is for someone who's concerned that they won't have enough money to retire. 64% of Americans will not have enough money to retire. And about 24% has zero money. If you have no money in retirement right now, you can catch up by investing in real estate. Now, has the recent turbulence in the stock market left your 401k bruised and battered? Most people have. If you're the average person, you don't have enough money to ride it out. If you're already wealthy, maybe you will have enough money to ride it out. Maybe your company will send you an important message to say, hey, we lost all of your money. Sorry. Maybe you're just someone who's ready to fight for your retirement freedom. You see, retirement freedom not any good without finances. You're not going to have any fun in retirement. Retirement is about rebooting. It's time to live like you really want to live. Do what you really want to do. Unplug the alarm clock. Don't even use alarm clock anymore. No, just wake up when you wake up. Something comes up, just say, hey, I want it and pay for it. Don't even ask for the price. You got the money. So you don't want to retire with none finances or little finances. You don't want to retire. You don't retire without your funds getting knocked out. Don't worry every morning. If you got stocks or 401k, are you clicking on that phone? You waking up at 3 a.m. and look and see how much you lost? You looking at it every 3 times a day to see what you lost? That's a stressful way to live. Are you running from solution to solution only to find that it doesn't work for you and it's not proven? Do you want a consistent stream of monthly income? That's what you want. If any of those are you, then you want a fighting chance to retire without having to struggle financially. You know, us women, we work hard. We got multiple jobs. A lot of them we don't get paid for. Are you the tutor? Are you the cook? Are you the maid? Are you the chauffeur? Are you the person that they call for their problems? Are you the counselor? Are you the life coach? Are you getting paid for that? So we work hard just from being a woman. We can create a baby and that baby can live in a 10,000 square foot house and the baby could be on the other end and we can hear it turn over. You know, we are magnificent beings and we deserve to have more and we live longer and we should not have to live the end of our life in poverty. If any of those are you and you want a fighting chance to retire without having to struggle financially, let me tell you just a little bit about me because this is really about you. I was just like many of you. I was working a full-time job, tired of it, physically and emotionally exhausted. I'd been on my job for almost 38 years, half of my major life, but didn't have enough money to retire. And I was ready to do something different, but I thought I couldn't afford to leave my job. Until I realized I already had extra money coming in real estate property. See, in 2008, I bought a couple little old properties to supplement my husband's income. With us women, we put everybody first. At that time, I said, I love my job. I thought my job had me covered. I thought they were going to retire me. They had me fooled. But when I leveraged the power of the internet with real estate and building my business, I was able to 10x my property and quit my job. Was I scared to quit my job? No, I was scared not to quit my job. So let's talk about how you can do this too and why you should do it with real estate. Let's talk about your retirement overall. Do you feel bad that most Americans don't feel bad because most Americans don't have enough money to retire? But you know, it's not your fault. That's the way the system is set up. It's set up for you to work 30 or more years or work until you 65, 66. And that could be, you could say, oh, I've been on my job 45 years. That's not a badge. That's not a badge.
Sure is not.
If you watch the corporate world, they have us conditioned to work until we're older and older. If they dangle a few $100s in front of you on your Social Security check till you stay till you 70, you will stay till you 70. And then find out that you're broken, you're tired, you're exhausted, you don't have enough money to even, enough energy to do anything different. So primarily because they're concerned about your Social Security. And that's what I said. You said they send you a letter and say, oh, this is what you get if you retire now. This is what you would get if you retire this age. This is what you get if you retire. And they even raise it to what, 71 or 72. Who wants to work a job that long? When you walk out, what will you be able to do? You need a knee replacement. You got high blood pressure.
Okay.
You're 100 pounds overweight, you tired. You just want to lay down. That's the worst thing you can do is go home and sit down because you have no money to do nothing and no energy. In 1966, the average retirement age was 66. The most recent survey from Provisional Living found that most people don't plan to retire until their age 72. Some people still, they done bought a brand new car at the end. They may still be in their 30-year mortgage. And when you buy a 30-year mortgage, you buy yourself a house, and now you got to pay for the bank a house. You didn't pay for two houses. In fact, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, now more than 15% of people over 70 still work. And many of them because they have to. Because they need that little extra change to just survive and just to be comfortable. And comfortable is broke, remember? Which is one of the benefits of real estate, because without working, you are able to bring money in from houses that you own consistently forever. When you leave this earth, that money still pays your family. You're leaving a legacy. You're in control. If the stock market goes down, so what? If they give you a letter and say your 401k is zero, so what? You still have houses and you have property. That's your retirement income. We have to set up our own retirement benefits. Social Security was never made to retire us. It was created to supplement your income. And the rate that they're paying out now and what the government is paying out, will it even still be there? Tomorrow morning, if we get up and say Social Security has now exhausted all their funds, what will people do? So let's talk about the stock market and the 401k performance. If you're someone with a 401k, the most aggressive contributions leverage the stock market. So, and while I'm not a professional financial consultant, so I'm just telling you from my experience, if you go to a financial consultant, they're probably going to say, you're going to walk in and say, hey, what can I do? I lost 20,000 last month in my 401k. What can I do? Oh, they're going to say, stay the course. It don't take your money. You're going to lose this and you're going to lose that. Now, that's up to you what you do, but I know if I'm going to tell you to do whatever, but I tell you, if you ask me, I'm going to say, girl, you better pull that money out and go out and buy you 5 pieces of property. Do you have enough time to wait it out? Do you have enough money to wait it out? See, those wealthy folks have millions. When they lose 20, 15, 30,000, they say, oh, that's just a few dollars. But with us, that's a lot of money. So we know the recent economical upheaval have it on the stock market. We know it, we see it. But the financial consultants are still getting paid. The asset managers still getting paid while you're bleeding money. While many experts are indicating that land and real estate ownership will have even more opportunities as we recover, that's the truth. Right now, we need to be getting in position. Because as everything else is failing, real estate's still going to be there. Somebody's always going to need a place to live. Land never goes bad. If you lose your 30-year mortgage, your $250,000 house, go over here to your little piece of property and live in it and never pay a mortgage. That's how you have to think about your money, your retirement, your life. And there are many ways to guarantee that you get paid even when most are not paying rent. Okay, I know what you're saying. Landlords, tenants they were telling tenants don't pay the rent. So what are landlords doing? If those landlords are losing money, they're renting their property wrong. They're investing wrong. There's so many ways to invest. All of my tenants pay their rent. So there's a way to set up your properties where they don't know that you're a landlord. You're always going to get paid. It's asset. How many doors do you own? Doors equal employees that are paying you monthly. And you're still growing in wealth every year. Most stock markets average 8%, 12%. Why can't you get 50, 60, 70, 100% on real estate? If you're someone that either doesn't have a retirement plan, or maybe you have a little retirement plan, a little in it, you still need to buy real estate. Or you need to redirect your retirement money from your 401k and start it, keep your 401k and do something on the side if you don't want to do anything else to it. The thing is, real estate is mandatory. Real estate cannot be defeated when done right. Now is an open doorway coming up with everything going on that people are going to be able to create a lot of wealth. Wealth is going to be shifting and moving to the average person if they see it and they know what to do. And so I'm having another webinar next week. You can register for this webinar at bit.ly undefeated 2020, where we're going to discuss more about investing in real estate for your retirement. Don't wait until you get another major loss in your 401k to decide to do something different. Because the old way of working 30 years and retiring and driving a Cadillac that says I'm retiring, there's no more of that. There's no more of that. It's a different world order. It's a major wealth shift coming up. So don't wait until you're tired of working, because the plan is put your plan in action now to understand that you got to start now to make a difference. And you can start little. Real estate is easiest for the average person to do. If you can count 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, you can do real estate. And of course, I talked about how some people lost 50. I even talked to a couple that lost $250,000 in a 401k in a few days. That's a lot of property to me. $250,000 could have bought a lot of property, and create a lot of monthly income for them. They could have purchased a large amount of property and had a large amount of retirement income coming in monthly. They would have property that they could leverage. As I say, get your kid out of jail. What did Bill Boswell ask you for? Do you have cash? Do you have real estate? Maybe you might not want to get that kid out of jail, but if you needed to, what I'm saying, you got leverage. You leverage real estate to buy more real estate, leverage real estate to create cash. There's all kinds of ways to invest in real estate, but you got to get the knowledge and be prepared. If a property comes up, you can't say, oh, hold on, come back. I got to go save some money for 12 months, then I'll get it. No, you got to be ready. So are you going to wait until you're 70 to be free and be broke? If you're already 70, it's not too late to get into real estate. That's what's so great about real estate. There's no age limit. There's no age limit for retirement, even though the government has made you think it is. You can retire whenever you want to. You just need to know how much money do you need every month to survive in retirement. And you can do that with real estate. I don't know anything else where you can do that. I don't. If somebody else does, then okay. But this is my lane in real estate. Because if nothing else, I do not want women to spend the rest of their life working for everything else, working for someone else. You have a dream. You was born with it. But if you've been working a job, you may have put it on the back burner. You may have forgotten it. You may have said, I got to do something, and then closed your eyes and woke up and it was 5 years later. That's what I did. Every time I thought about something and closed my eyes and woke up, it was 5 years later. So you got to start moving your feet, and now is the time because of what else is going on in the world. Investing in real estate is the only thing that can retire you early. It can retire you the way you want to retire. Maybe you want to just go lay on the beach and do nothing. Maybe you just want to spend time with the grandkids. Maybe you want to travel when all this is over with. Maybe you want to buy your own private island and quarantine it and nobody can come on it but you. The fact is, it's going to let you do whatever you want to do when you're financially stable and you have real estate. And of course, that land, that island that you buy is going to be a big piece of real estate. So if you want to get into this free webinar next week, go to bit.ly undefeated 2020 and register for the free webinar. I got limited spots, so you got to act now. Never worry about outliving your money with real estate income. Here's an example. Your great granny got a house. That house is still over there. She done gone on to heaven. So land and property does not go bad. You want to leave a legacy. So when they come to it, they say, Big Mama left us this house. Leave every kid and every grandkid a house. See, it's just unbelievable what you can do when you have real estate. And while some of you say, I'm not sure if this is the right time. Oh yeah, this is the right time. Right now is the perfect time to get yourself set up with the knowledge so you'll be prepared to get into this real estate game. And, because we really don't know what's going to happen next with everything else going around in the economy. So you do not want to miss your chance to change your situation, because we're the only ones that can save ourselves. And real estate is the safest and the fastest way to your retirement fund, no matter what age, how young or how old you are. Real estate will help you survive now, and it will help you survive later. It's like that now, later candy. It just goes on and on, now and later. If you don't want to retire because you love your job, you still need real estate. Real estate is your second and your third job. 2 jobs for 2 people. Real estate will stop you from having to go out and get that second and third job. And so go to bit.ly undefeated 2020 so you can register for the webinar. You cannot depend on your social insecurity check. You hear what I said? Social insecurity check. Or even a pension check. And you know what's so strange about the social insecurity check? When they send you a check, they put a limit on what you can make. How is it if you worked for that all those years and you take it and maybe you want to go out and get a second job, you got to limit how much you can make? Why is that? That's just crazy. We got to get out from under a certain amount of control when it's about our money. Pension check, some new businesses don't even have pensions. A pension check is still not enough money to survive. So it's important. And more importantly, you will have to, have the peace of mind with real estate, knowing that you don't have to work forever to survive. So you could also schedule a call with me. Let's talk about where you're at in your retirement plan. It's all about the math. I have a survey that you take that lets you know where you're at, where you need to start. You can go to bit.ly, retire me 2020. Don't keep guessing about your retirement. Know the numbers. And so go to that link. You can book a call, bit.ly, retire me 2020. Or sign up for the webinar. When you sign up, you'll be sure to get the replay if you're not in it. And it's bit.ly undefeated 2020 for the free webinar. And I look forward to seeing you in retirement. Hey, and I'd like to thank Coach for letting me have her platform this week, and you weekend morning show for letting me have their platform, and I can open it up for questions. And ladies, what do you all think when you think about real estate?
Chiquita.
Woo! I just say, woo, child.
You just hit
You
that.
gave me my whole life. I promise you, my page is blowing up. You were awesome. Oh my gosh, you have set folks free today. I mean, like, kudos to you. You have done something amazing this morning, this Sunday morning, Shakita. Thank you. I mean, when I say thank you, like, you need to do this again, like in the next 15 minutes for those who aren't already up. I mean, such a blessing. Such a blessing, such a blessing. I know you gave me back my life.
That's the queen speak.
On Facebook. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead, Cynthia.
She so eloquently always just makes it so simple. Things that sometimes people have so much fear of and feels so complicated. Shakita just has a way of letting people know that it's simpler and it's easier than you think if you stop to think about it. Sometimes that fear has you so stuck and you're so frozen, you don't even want to stop to think about it. And she definitely, basically, in that plan that she presented, she lets you know that that 40-40-40 plan, it don't work no more. And a matter of fact, it seems like it's turned into the 50-50-50 plan. If
That's
not,
right.
because it's just not. You're putting in 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life to leave with 40% of your pay. And I really don't even think people are leaving with 40% of their pay any longer. And then they're going to make you work longer than the 40 years. And 9 times out of 10, you're doing more than 40 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
That's 10 out of 20.
Right.
But you know what, Cynthia? It's all a mind thing. Why would you want to retire with 40% of your pay?
They don't even know.
They don't know.
You can't
That's
survive
what we're
off
used to.
100%.
That's
Why
what
would
we're
you-
used to. We're used
Right.
to. All we hear is 401k, 401k. So everybody believes that's the way to go, and there's no other way. If you don't have a 401k, oh,
They make you feel like something is wrong with you.
right?
So have one. And
You got to know how to leverage your 401k, and that's the part that they don't teach you.
Yeah.
Peter Margarita.
But Rose, you're right. And there's other ways to other IRAs that you can put your money in where you can buy real estate.
Exactly.
Nobody ever told you that.
They don't tell you.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, there are other vehicles you can place your money in.
Right.
You will get the tax advantages.
Exactly. Build up that
be
fund.
able to invest in real estate, but
Right.
they don't teach you that. Chiquita Margarita. Boy, did you knock it out the park this morning.
Thank you,
Yes,
sis.
you did.
Yes, you did.
I think Fedra said, I hope I'm saying your name right, Fredra McClary said it takes a lot of patience. It depends on how you set up your properties.
Right.
So when you hear people with horror stories about real estate, they just doing it wrong, like Ludacris said.
Mm-hmm.
They're just doing it wrong. And so that's what I teach. Because I'm a baby boomer, I want it to be low stress. And if I do have a problem, that problem does not outweigh the income I'm getting and the financial security.
Exactly.
Right.
And so everybody invests differently. It depends on your plan for retirement, how you plan to do it, how much you want to see the property. You don't even ever have to see the tenant.
That's right. Tell them
how much hands-on that you want. That's how you set it up. If you got a 401k, they say, well, what do you want to invest in? You don't know. You just checking a bunch of stuff. What is all this stuff?
Right, because they don't teach you how to read your stocks and all of that. They don't teach you what to put your money in. No. They teach you how to go along with the program.
With their program.
And like Chiquita said, real estate can be what you want it to be. Exactly. You all need to get with Chiquita because there are multiple ways of entering the real estate market.
Absolutely, Rose. You're right. Absolutely. There's ways to enter with little to no money. There's ways to enter with lots of money. And of course, I'm a flipper. So we flip also. No longer, you should own some property, buy and holds, and you can flip also. It depends on how much you want to be involved. If you never want to see the properties, you don't ever have to see them.
That's right.
That's right.
So I manage my own, and it's low stress management. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. So that's me. That's just because I'm a baby boomer. And that's how we are. So, but it depends on how much you want to be hands-on, how much money you need. That's how you set it up. Because everybody
I'm sold. I'm sold. I need to be in on that webinar. I really do. And not just me. Not just me. It's just time to do things differently.
Whether you want to invest in all, you still need to get the knowledge.
Right.
Throw that link out there again. What was that link again?
I have a 16-week class coming up that says Retire with Real Estate, where I'm teaching you everything that I did, I'm doing now. I own over $1 million worth of properties. How I did that in less than 2 years when I stepped away from the job. You see, when I was getting high blood pressure, physically, emotionally exhausted, when I left work and drove home, I couldn't hardly stand up straight and walk in the house. That's how hard I was working on the job. When they start giving me that letter that's saying, oh, when you retire, your pension is going to be $983. I can show you the paper. I was like,
And that
no,
in a couple of
oh,
days.
no, I got to go. Y'all killing me here. I got to go. Because I can.
Chiquita, you said 16 weeks?
Yes, I have a 16-week where I'm taking for the beginner, for somebody that has properties and not having a good time with their properties, don't know how to manage it. I'm teaching you the mindset. I'm teaching you how to find the perfect property, where to look, how much to pay, how to set the whole thing up.
Chiquita, I'm talking about the free webinar. I thought you had a free webinar.
No, the free webinar is next week, but the class that I have will be June the 5th.
Okay. Okay.
What's your link for your webinar?
Yes, that's what I want to know.
The webinar is bit.ly undefeated 2020. And it's
2020.
And it's absolutely next week. My clients already own property. I have just as a case study, and you'll see on paper how she did that next week in the webinar, how I helped her.
Wow.
Bought her first, she retired, she bought her first property, and her cash flow is $2,100. So how did she do that?
That's right.
And we'll show you on this webinar how she did that, how I helped her do that, how she took me to the property with her.
Wow.
She's in another state.
bit.ly/undefeated 2020. You all need to register today. Don't wait, because she said it's limited spaces, so you don't want to get left out in the cold.
Absolutely.
Right.
Or you don't want to get left homeless.
Right.
You want to be left out, not elevating. Chiquita, I watched my dad. I'm from Oakland, and back in 1997, before the Bay Area prices started to skyrocket out of this world, I watched this smart man back in 1997 get his first property. And now my dad has created a legacy for millennials to come. I don't even look at it, I'm my dad's only child. And I don't even look at it as this is my inheritance. Because he asked me one time, like, do you want to sell some of this property? Because every year he's the baby boomer just like you. Every year, the next year, 1998, another property. 1999, another property. And he wasn't doing houses. He's doing apartment buildings, duplexes, and houses. Wow. Spread out over hundreds and hundreds of miles. And so, and he was still at work. He used his job to make his success in the real estate industry.
That's it. That's good. That's one way of doing it.
To the point, let me tell you how he pimped the game. My dad, when he retired a few years ago, he wasn't getting no pension check because my dad's not married. And he was like, if something happens to me, my pension is not going to my daughter. And he's concerned about his legacy. He was like, give me all my money. All my money. He took all of his money and invested it. And now when my dad seen how much money that person made because he invested his whole retirement, my dad is now a financial broker. He retired from his job and became a financial broker because he was like, it's just smart. But I've watched for over 20 years what this real estate game can do when you do it smart. And I want my own, because to me that's his. So I want my own. I want to be up in this class, getting the game that you finna give us. Like you mentioned that 40-40-40, they do not teach us that you're going to go to work and you're going to end with 40%. They don't tell us you're going to end with 40%. And then you may not even get it. Right. They may not even be around for you. If they were literally telling us that, we all will switch the way that we're thinking, but they don't. They want to keep us in that cycle. And you got to wake up. You got to want more. You have to learn more. Just if I'm not going to invest right now, I still need to be in this webinar.
Right.
Because I might meet someone who has the money, but they don't have the knowledge.
Exactly.
Chiquita, I'm surprised that with everybody getting all these stimulus checks, why is it hasn't been someone to say, hey, for y'all who really don't need this $1,200, can 20 of us get together, take this $1,200 and go drop this on some property?
Wow, you said
No,
it.
nobody talking like that.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Nobody.
that's because most people don't have that investor mindset. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that can be learned, because when you're an investor, you see money everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Creative, real estate is creative. It's creative. As long as you're not doing anything illegal, you're not taking advantage of somebody that don't understand what you're doing, you can do all types of things in real estate to make money. And I'm like you, I'm retired, but I don't get Social Security and I don't have a pension. So how am I retired?
I'm
My real
retired.
estate is
I mean,
retired.
I'm retired, not old enough to get Social Security, and by the time it gets to be there for my age, it won't be it.
Well, the thing too, Rose, you got to think about, I'm old enough to take Social Security, but that puts a limit on my earnings.
Exactly.
Right.
See, there's a blockage every which way you go.
Right. So the system is not set up fair. If you're married and your husband passed, you can't get his Social Security and yours. Why?
Right.
They say choose, get the biggest.
Yep.
Are
Get the
you
highest
serious?
Seriously.
Yeah.
And so
Get one check.
right, you can't get both. You got to pick one or the other.
Got to pick one or the other. I did social. That's what I did as a living before I retired. I did Social Security disability. I helped people to get their Social Security and get their disability checks. No, you cannot get both. You can only get one, and you can only choose the highest.
Only choose the high. So they want to keep you in poverty.
And there are certain restrictions that go along with that. So
Right.
exactly, they want to keep you in poverty.
And with real estate, if you're with Social Security, if you're 67, you can make as much as you want. So my thing is, no, keep your Social Security. I make more than Social Security with real estate. At 67, then I'll get my Social Security. You can't tell me how much I got to pay. And I got to pay back one for every 3 I've made over what they say I can make. Why do they always want to keep us down?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
it's a control thing. It's controlling.
And everybody's retirement age is different. So you need to look at that too. So you're absolutely right, Chiquita. Let them keep it until you reach your retirement age, where you can get
until 67. I'm retirement age now, but until 67.
Until so you can be untethered to them.
Exactly. And then I have a girlfriend, and her mom had worked so hard. She was waiting till 62, and her mom passed, and her Social Security check came 3 weeks after she passed.
What?
Wow.
Yes, and the sad part about that, depending on when it was dated, they had to send that Social Security check right back to the government.
Absolutely. And they'll send you a letter and say, we sent you a check. We need it back.
And we want it back. Absolutely.
We want it back.
Oh, that's not my life, guys. That's not my life.
I don't want it.
Those of you who are listening in, your mind should just be, just going right now. And if you're like me, and maybe it's the educator in me, but I want to know how things go. If it's something that I'm really not like 100% like an expert on, I want to get up under somebody who can share their knowledge with me. And Shakita, I just seems like I need to sit at your feet for a minute so I can see how this thing goes, because it's just a lot that I just don't know. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one ignorant to this. I just refuse to believe that.
No,
and I just want to be free.
You're not the only one, but people tend to just believe what's fed to them instead of getting the real knowledge.
Yeah.
Right. It's time out for that. It's 2020. It's too much going on. It's too much available.
Stop missing opportunities.
Ooh.
Stop missing opportunities. Chiquita, you are the real deal.
Right. The GOAT.
The GOAT. There are a lot of people out here that run their mouth and act like they doing the thing in the real estate game. And you just told us multiple ways. I don't even think everybody caught all the different ways you just told us we can make money in real estate. And I only call it because I've been watching it for over 20 years, but most people don't even share that. They won't even give you that. If they want to keep you one-sided but you just gave a plethora of options, which means you got the proof. You don't just talk the talk,
Right.
You got the paperwork.
Right.
Like your webinar, you bringing a client. Like, let me show you what I just did with her, step by step. I'm not going to talk to you about it. I'm going to show you what I did with her. Hardcore facts, and that's what we need to see. And when you see it, stop waiting and go free yourself and go to that link and sign in and get this information.
That's
Get
it.
it, share it.
That's it.
bit.ly/undefeated2020. You better get over there and get there fast because seating is limited, but it's excellent knowledge and free.
Free.
Absolutely free.
That's why I had to did you say free?
You better get it while you can.
I want to give a shout out to Coach Danielle Winningham because without her, I wouldn't be here. And she's giving away over $1 million worth of grants for women to get certified in 8 to 10 different areas, in spiritual, health, real estate, publishing, that's a lot more. So ladies, get some of these grants to help empower you with the knowledge. If you don't know, if you want to start a business, because building a business online is where it's at.
Yes.
And you go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. It's a nonprofit. I sit on the board, and we're trying to empower more women to build their online business for survival. We women deserve more. We're in danger of living and dying in poverty. So we have to control our money. It's for our family's sake. We're the care providers. We're the ones that have to take off work when somebody's sick. We have to make sure that we have that multiple and that extra stream of income. And okay, ladies, I think we're about to get out of here. Go to that link, bit.ly/freewomen2020. Go now before all the money is gone.
Right.
We're giving away 100% scholarships to first responders, essential workers. We're giving away thousands of dollars to scholarships to other women that want to build their online business. And it's just amazing. Nobody else is doing that. Nobody. And the only qualifications are you got to be hungry. You got to do the work.
Yes, you have to be hungry.
I've been losing weight. I'm hungry.
Yes, you got to be hungry. You have to be committed. You have to move your feet, and you have to sign up at bit.ly/freewomen2020. You have to move your feet because you have to follow the steps and go through the process. This is your first step. Do not miss $1 million worth of grants. Who is putting their money where their mouth is and putting their money on the table like that? Don't let the opportunity pass you by.
That's right.
Enough said, Rose. That is it. Okay, guys, we're going to get out of here. Y'all have a great day. Thank you, ladies, for having me.
Bye, everybody.
Everybody, thank you, Chiquita Margarita.